Today is July 1st, and I have pretty much abandoned this tumbler pile here, compost pile, for a few weeks, simply because, one, I hurt my foot. Don't always trust a shoe person to fit you properly, quote unquote, with shoes, because it gave me plantar fasciitis, if you haven't known about that. It's quite painful, and it bothered my metatarsals as well. So I had two issues going on. So I had to stop walking in ice and do all kinds of stuff on my foot. So this was not tended to since the 19th of June, so the 12th of June. And it's been pretty much idle. I went and turned it 3 or 4 times throughout the time span. And I don't know. It's been cold. It's been rainy. We've had a few nice days that heated things up pretty good, but not nearly as what it will in July. And I'm going to do this process all over again and keep better track of it, simply because I know how to tend to my foot now, and it's almost healed, so I want to keep it in good shape. But this is what it looks like after like 19 days. Since you saw this last, I started this May 30th, and here it is, the 1st of July. It could decompose a whole lot more, for sure, but I got to keep in mind the weather, the coolness, the rain. I got a lot of pine needles in here, which you shouldn't have more than 10%, and I know I do. I have more than that, and I didn't put as many greens in versus the browns, so this is really a mess the first time of the year, first season of the year, and I'm okay with this because I'm going to dump this into this setup here. And I put these metal roofing sheets so it'll help guide the stuff down into my basket. My wagon, I already cleaned that out. I'll show pictures of that. I have all kinds of stuff to do. But I am going to ignore this because this is bunny poops. My daughter saves them for me. Here's a fish that was floating. And here's some compost from inside, radish greens, which you can eat radish greens if you like them. I've never cooked them up. I've always been interested in the root part. So all this is going into the start of a new pile there, along with some leaf litter. And I have some unfinished compost over there. You can see that I uncovered this compost here. And I'm starting to stir this up. But I had it covered and kept to keep it drier, but it dried out too much, so I have to mix this up and mix some other compost in with it, some greens and stuff, and water it real good, and we'll go from there with that. But back to this one right here. This is my main goal, and I'm going to empty this, and I'm going to start a new batch today and keep adding stuff over the next few days because my grass isn't long enough to mow yet. So I think I know there's a patch of grass that I can mow up the road a ways, and I can do that, and I can bring it back to this right here. So this is after a month, not real broken down. Of course, that will be recycled probably 5 or 6 times before that's into tiny pieces. But this is what it is. Not real impressed, but am impressed really because of the time of year I started this, the weather we've had, the temperatures we've had. I wish it'd come along faster and more decomposed, but it is what it is. And being July 1st and starting a new batch, you're going to see a huge difference between my weekly updates, and hopefully the weather will be good for me.